YouTube? Welcome back here again to Khris Wrestling Views here on YouTube.com. Today you guys not gonna try and spend much time. Gonna be doing my WWE Raw review on last night. Sorry you guys I haven't did a video since when was it? I think it was Friday Night SmackDown was the last review that I did. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. Basically the opening last night, which was on Drew McIntyre. Like I said, he talked about how he beat Braun Strowman and Randy Orton last week to get his opportunity once again to face Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania Backlash. Then Drew McIntyre ends up asking MVP, about TBar and Mace attacking Drew last week on Raw, you guys, but it just really ends up to questions up in the air of, is MVP really behind TBar and Mace attacking Drew McIntyre last week? Then the first match we had last night, you guys, which was the Viking Raiders versus Shelton and Cedric. Viking Raiders end up picking the victory over Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander with hitting the Viking Express. And my rating on that match, you guys, I have to give it a 2.5 simply because we already know the Viking Raiders were going to win. They were a returning tag team. They returned last week on Raw, and they had basically the same match against the same two guys of Shelton and Cedric last week. And they would possibly be in line for a tag team title, somewhere down the line. But we will definitely have to see, you guys, how that will turn out. So congratulations once again to the Viking Raiders. All right, then Riddle was backstage bothering Randy Orton, riding around with that freaking scooter as he always does. And Orton walks away and ends up saying he's tired of the disrespect and that he wants a match against Riddle tonight. Then there was another in-ring promo with Charlotte Flair and Asuka. And there was Rhea Ripley on stage, the new Raw Women's Champion. And then Asuka basically said that she's going to beat Charlotte, you bitch, in the main event. So after then, I'll talk about that later on. Second match, which came official, which was Randy Orton versus Matt Riddle. Orton had stopped Riddle for hitting the floating bro. Riddle was fired up on Randy Orton. Orton then kind of gets some little payback back by hitting the superplex off the top rope. Orton hits the spike DDT, then sets up for like the hunting looking like RKO that he used to do. After then, you guys, Riddle reverses and hits. He does I think it was the backslide type pin on Randy Orton and picks up the victory. I didn't expect Riddle to win. I thought Orton would have won. But they're definitely making Riddle look like he is definitely shining, you guys. And I have to give that match right there a 2.8. But hopefully, it may continue with another match between those two guys. But then again, we may see a feud whenever Keith Lee returns of Keith Lee fighting either Sheamus for the United States title or fighting Riddle, because Matt Riddle and Keith Lee are kind of like close friends, especially when they were in NXT. All right, then you guys, we have the third match, which was Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler versus Lana and Naomi. Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke comes out, made fun of Nia Jax after she failed last week trying to get back up in the ring when Shayna and Nia had a match against Mandy and Dana last week on Raw. And then that's when Nia gets basically gets distracted and tries to go after Mandy and Dana. And then that's when Lana and Naomi hits the face plant on Shayna Baszler to pick up the win. So you guys, with Nia and Shayna losing both to the tag team, losing basically to two of the tag teams in the division right now, which is Lana and Naomi. They lost last night on Raw, and then they also lost against Tamina and Natalia as well. So we'll probably see another triple threat match for the with the women's tag team title somewhere down the line. But I have to give that match right there I have to give that match a 2.1 simply because of how it basically happened. The match wasn't even a full 3 minutes, but you know. Then there was Miz and Maurice comes out, talks about their new show. After he talks about their new show, you guys, that's when Damian Priest comes out. Ends up talking about how Miz cheated, and ends up Maurice says it's going to be Miz versus Damian Priest. Made that match official. Alright, fourth match, you guys, which was Elias versus Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston is basically on the outside playing the Stone Cold theme song on the guitar. But Elias ends up picking up the victory with the elbow off the top rope. Have to give that match right there, you guys, a 2.6, you guys, simply because I wasn't expecting Elias to basically win. So maybe Riker and Elias will definitely possibly be in the tag team title hunt as well as the Viking Raiders are. Alright, then fifth match, you guys, we had TBar and Mace versus Drew. Then it ended up being TBar and Mace versus Drew and Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman ends up taking the mask off of TBar. Drew McIntyre ends up taking the mask off of Mace and ends up getting slapped with the mask and then getting hit in the face. And then that's when TBar and Mace ends up winning by disqualification. But we'll definitely see how this is going to transpire between both of these teams and to see what's going to happen next week on Raw. Alright, sixth match, you guys, which was Damian Priest versus The Miz with Maurice. Maurice tries to get Damian Priest's attention. Miz rolls up Priest and tries to put his foot on the rope last week like he did again. And ends up Damian Priest ends up with his finisher hitting the lights. Sheamus comes out, say he's gonna do open challenge possibly every week for the title, then only maybe if he wants to. Humberto Carrillo, who we have not seen in months, you guys, ends up coming out answering it, but the match didn't get made official. And then Sheamus bro kicks him and then walks off. Main event, you guys, Asuka and Charlotte Flair. That match happened, and with that match, Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, what did she do? She pulled Asuka arms because Rhea Ripley. Charlotte interfered in Rhea Ripley's and Asuka match last week, and then after them, so basically, Charlotte got mad at Rhea. And then that's when Asuka picked up the victory simply by a roll-up pin. And then Charlotte Flair did I wouldn't say the unthinkable, because knowing her and knowing Ric Flair, they would do something very mean and attack the referee. So basically, $100,000 fine, you guys. So that's your Raw review, you guys. And I have to give that match right there I'd give that match right there, I wouldn't say I would give it a 3, but I'd give it a 2.7. So no matches weren't really good on Raw, but I would say the best match I would say on Raw, which was Randy Orton and Riddle. That was the best match on Raw in my opinion. But thank you all for watching Khris Russell Videos here on YouTube.com. Make sure if you like this video, you guys, make sure that you click that like button. If you have any questions, if you want to be a part of the Khris Wrestling View Nation, you guys, make sure that you leave a comment down below. And also, you can find my Twitter down there. Follow me on Twitter. You can find that down there. And like I said, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, whomever, to subscribe to my channel. And I would see y'all in my next review. Next review. We got NXT coming on tonight, you guys. doing my video real early this morning. So yeah, you guys, I'm up. It is 5:21 a.m. where I'm at right here where I live now, you guys. So make sure, like I said, you guys stay tuned for NXT review or maybe even wrestling news before NXT. Thank you all for watching. Khris Wrestling News here on YouTube.com.